Yo, what's up, YouTube family? It's your boy Coolzy back with another hot TikTok reaction video. When I say hot, I mean hot. We got a lot to discuss, man. We got to talk about the sinkholes in Pennsylvania, PA, you know what I'm saying? We got to talk about the UFO sightings. I'm talking about everywhere around the world. And I mean everywhere. It's not just in the United States. So could this be Project BB? Or is it something more sinister going on? Is this the real deal? We got a lot of narratives and a lot of agendas out here that's going on and to talk about. We're going to get to the bottom of this right now. With that said, let's get right to the content.
I just calculated the distance of the moon rock from the Earth, which is 238,855 miles away. And the time it took them to get to the moon rock, which was 75 hours 49 minutes, which gave me the speed of 3,142.83 miles per hour. Now for those that believe a spaceship dodged asteroids going 3,142.83 miles per hour, they did a fantastic job at deceiving you globers. Time to come to reality. The Earth is flat. Both the sun and the moon are lights as stated in the Bible. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. If you look at it, it's bright like a light. It's not reflecting from the sun's light. If that were the case, then God would be a liar.
So it looks like we have a massive blizzard coming to the Carolinas, and at what cost? Because it's going right to Asheville. Kind of weird, right? So this is done by Into Thin Air. I've been watching him for a while. He's always on point with this kind of stuff. And he's saying that I think the 10th and 11th of December, that we'll be getting 8 to 12 inches all the way down to Georgia as well. So all the way up here, all the way down to here. But then again, Asheville. Do you know what's going on in Asheville right now? If you don't, you should probably go search it. And I'm about to show you something else very odd as well. The temperature changing in broad daylight out of nowhere. And I don't know where y'all are, but where I am, it's literally in the 20s. I mean, they keep saying it's getting hotter and hotter, but look at this. This is not normal for South Carolina. In December, it doesn't seem like it's getting warmer. It just seems like every category of storm is getting worse for this time of the year. And something in Tennessee is changing the weather. So this dude was hanging outside. It was a clear day. And all of a sudden, this great smog comes up, covers the sun, and drops it 10 degrees. One thing is for sure is that Asheville has way too much to handle. And the weather this year has been completely erratic.
Man, it's getting cold out here.
This one's for all the ladies out there that don't think that they're pretty enough. Look what people are doing to themselves these days. Stitching their faces for what? To get rid of your wrinkles? Did you know that aging is a privilege? And if you don't think that that is a true statement, keep doing this to yourself. I can't believe it. There you have it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Aging is a privilege, man. You know, we have to start to understand that and stop taking it for granted, man. Because aging is living, Bubba. That's all I like to tell you, baby. You know, because you already know what's the alternative to aging and living. You know, I ain't even got to say that. But like, come on, man. Take yourself more serious, man. Take your life serious in your body, man. You only got one, man. Like, it's what other people care really do not matter, man. You know, for real, you know, like, especially if it's negative, that's what I really mean. It doesn't matter. You know, focus on you and your life, man. You can't be trying to look good like the models and stuff on, you know, on Instagram and all that, man. That's not real life. It's not real.
I've talked about this many a times on my other page about the great filter theory. I told y'all that's why we're seeing so many UFOs, but nobody wanted to hear it. Every time I posted the video, it kept getting taken down. So basically, if you ask ChatGPT why we're seeing so many UFOs, to sum it all up, they're going to tell you that we're getting more evolved. We're evolving every day. Society is. Our world is evolving every day. And we're evolving more in the spiritual realm. As we evolve more into the spiritual realm, we're going to start seeing things that have already been there, but because we weren't evolved spiritually, we never noticed it. We never saw it before. So now that we're getting more spiritually gainful and we're in our consciousness where spirituality is just growing, we're going to start seeing things that have already been there, but we just never noticed it before. Bringing us to the Great Filter Theory. The Great Filter Theory, you can look it up. The Great Filter Theory is the theory that either A, we are getting closer to the filter, and as we get closer to the filter, at the world itself, our universe, everything that makes our universe, as our universe gets closer to the Great Filter, which is like a divider between our reality and the next dimension. If we are like right here, which is before that dimension, then that means we may A, be able to cross over to the next dimension because our spirituality has evolved so much, or B, we may not be spiritually evolved enough and we may perish before we get to the filter. That's the only two options we have. And now that we're seeing more UFOs, more UAPs, if you will, that is actually a good sign. That actually means that they're able to now communicate with us. They're already on the other side of the filter. They're already evolved. They've made it past the Great Filter. Not many planets do. Not many solar systems do. So if we make it past the filter, that means we have crossed into the new dimension. And that's probably why we're seeing them. Because we've evolved so much spiritually and consciously that they know that, wow, they did it. They actually did it. They made it over to the next side. They made it to the next dimension. This is actually probably a good thing. The Great Filter Theory. I want you to look it up.
I mean, come on now. Me personally, I don't think that last part what she was saying is quite valid. Talking about we evolved so much spiritually. Like, nah, man. We can't even get along as a race. That might be what they, trying to get. They trying to scare us with that to get us all to get along, come together, unit, as a unit, which is how it should be and how it should have been this whole time, because we are, one race. But something, there's one thing you can't forget though. Everybody ain't human around you. Like, that's just real, as real as it get. Everybody not human, everybody not part of mankind. Like, don't fall for the boo-boo, man. Like I always say, a lack of perception breeds deception.
Y'all, I am utterly flabbergasted right now. This was just recorded over Arizona. I mean, this is getting straight up ridiculous. Everywhere. There's a whole lot of people that are gonna crap their pants when they find out that it's not all Project BB. There's some other things going on. Maybe a little bit under the earth, maybe a little bit in the sky. There's a whole lot of things going on that people aren't aware of. And this one was just in California. So let me fill you in on a little bit of what we're seeing. So we have fallen angels in the sky. I'll show you that in a minute. We have fallen angels. We have demonic spirits, which are spirits. Then we have biological beings created by the fallen angels to hold the spirits of the demons that can match frequencies with objects and walk through walls. And that, my friends, is what you call a gray. But there's much more than grays out there. This thing is sitting there as a being of light changing its form. Therefore, it's a fallen angel. It could be a normal angel, but most likely a fallen angel. You can even see these things coming off the top of his head like antennas. Pretty crazy, right? We have fallen angels that are trying to appear as aliens. We have actual grays that are biological creatures. We also have demonic spirits that are screwing with all the people. We also have reverse engineered craft looking just like theirs, which they have been paying the photographers to say it was a hoax. But a lot of money behind everything. I can't say everything. And of course, we have the least threatening being the holograms. There's many more things I'm not speaking of. By the way, when the fallen angels fell, they took on the form of serpents. I'll let you put that together.
I ain't gonna lie. Personally, I don't think I don't think we advanced enough yet. I believe this is something more sinister going on, man. I honestly believe these aliens are demons, man, demonic beings, personally. And then you may have some good aliens out there. Maybe these are angels and demons. Maybe this is who they really are, because all aliens don't look like how they show you with the big eyes. They got some, like they say, they look like people too. But hey, if you ever heard, how angels look, if you ever read about that, then they not the prettiest of creatures, you know what I'm saying? And when I say creatures, I mean creatures. They not like all looking like us. But if you've been following the channel for a while and you up to date on this type of content, then you already know that. But it is possible, in my humble opinion. There's a reason why they showing themselves so much, right or wrong. H-Time, Arizona, man, this place is all over the world. Philadelphia, where they seeing these UFO sightings. Now, it's crazy that, people are saying that these, ever since they announced it, they've been coming out more frequently, where they introducing us to the world or introducing the world to them. That's something that you should think about, that's just something to make your mind wonder a little bit. And another thing is like, they mentioned Project BB and what they was gonna do. Doesn't this kind of sound like just what they said that was? Like they gonna use this guy like, like I've been telling y'all, 7D holographic technology, Look at it. We see the, the videos. I put them in there. Sometimes I don't say nothing, but I'm just trying to keep you on point, you know what I'm saying? That's it. But just think about that. And have these things touched anything, destroyed anything? Have you seen them land or anything lately in any of these videos? Not just my videos, but other videos that you may have watched yourself. Just think about that. I'm just trying to get your mind going. That's it.
It's a plane. It's a plane with the lights.
No, it's not.
No, it ain't.
No, it's not.
Plane.
Bro, there's no clouds.
Shh. Quiet.
That's
Look at
a
it.
UFO,
Look at it. Look at
dude.
it on the camera. It's like a dome.
That's a UFO.
Quiet.
What the fuck? Like literally,
Look
dude,
at that
that's
thing.
weird in the sky right there.
Dude, what
Dude,
is
are we
that?
watching a
Shut
comet
up,
or a
shut
shooting
up.
star falling?
No, that's not moving quick enough. There's no tail.
And
That's a UFO.
There's no blue or red
Look,
lights.
something's coming off.
What the fuck?
Whoa, bro.
It's coming
I've
right
never seen
here.
anything like that. It's not like an aura coming off. I've never seen anything like it.
I got my video on it too. Y'all are gonna video this shit.
What the fuck is that?
Dude, this is
Look at the glow around it.
Look how the light's going off in two
Oh,
sides,
look,
though.
look, it's moving. Look at the lights are moving around it. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's hovering.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I see that.
Look, it's going up. It's taking off. No fucking way.
What the?
What the fuck? It just went out to space.
What?
It just went out to
What
space.
What the?
It just
fuck?
went out to
Hey,
space.
What the fuck?
Holy
Oh my
shit.
god! Hey guys, Vandenberg could have
Hey,
launched something.
as you were saying,
that could have been
as you were
Vandenberg.
saying, no alien.
No, no
could've been a
fucking
rocket.
way.
Bro, that thing
No.
just fucking disappeared.
Man, they could have been watching them to take their butts.
Breaking news, there's two spinning objects right on top of a nuclear reactor right now. They're sitting right there. Let's look what's on top right now. Okay, these are on the maps as far as aircraft go. There are, but they've been sitting here. You see them moving? Here comes another one. Time and date will be on the bottom. December 3rd. Again, here are two nuclear reactors. Two nuclear reactors. Look what's right on top. Sitting there. That's not an aircraft sitting there. I understand that it plays the sound of a Cessna 172. They're not just hanging out there. They would lose lift. They've been here for a while. I was still filming them. I drove over to these. You can't drive over to an aircraft. Again, those are two nuclear reactors. I've made so many videos about them. Here comes another one. Do you see how it's spinning? It's spinning. Aircraft don't spin. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 objects heading towards a nuclear reactor right now. Walton, Rock, Dog Beach. That's Port St. Lucie reactors right there. Here it is again, look. You think that's an aircraft, skip the video. I drove over to it. It's still coming. It was... I'm going to stop talking and show you. You tell me if you think these are freaking aircraft. It's been 5 minutes. I know what these are. They've been documented for a year. Here we go now. Hit watch. You should hear it now. Second. Remember, these are the same aircraft I just showed you. Oh, here's another one. All around nuclear reactor. The aircraft don't tumble. I showed you what they look like. Okay, they spin faster than the speed of light. That makes them light red. They light up red and then white. Okay, and just because they make a noise doesn't mean they're an aircraft. We need to keep an open mind for it. I'm showing you again. Again.
That's a nice show.
Nuclear reactor. The same object still sitting there. Okay, I don't care if it shows up on radar, which it probably won't. And no, it has transponders. They all simulate transponders. That doesn't look. It's still here. Now it's making. Listen. Hear it? And you can look at this. I understand. I understand that, you know, hey, but let's just have some common sense. Seriously, let's just think about this for a second. Okay, it's still there. Any aircraft on a lost lift, okay, they don't hang out in nuclear reactors. Okay, if I were in charge of a nuclear reactor, I'd be on the phone right now, okay, saying, hey, there's something wrong here. Maybe we should take a look at this. Maybe. I'm sorry to get angry. This is, you know, I'm ex-military. My dad's military. I love this country. Our country's lying to us. They're lying to us. They have information. I have submitted thousands and thousands of photos, hundreds of hours of information. This is a nuclear reactor. There's the object. I drove over to it. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to show you more.
One thing you can't forget is, man, in places like that, like a nuclear reactor, you know, power plants, I'm sure those are kind of like no-fly zones, like no type of, you know, unless it's like an emergency, you know, airlifting from over there or, you know, going to get somebody. I don't think it's a, you know, a fly zone type, you know, area. So one thing you got to pay attention to, man, you never seen no jets fly through there, you know, no helicopters, nothing like that. Don't forget they have air patrol, you know, in the sky. The sky's just like the highways, man. They got patrols up there, you know, and you never heard, you know, seen no helicopter. In none of these videos, you never see really no helicopters or no jet planes, you know, chasing them, trying to fire at them, nothing like this. So either they got an agreement with them like we've been reading or been told in some other videos, or B, they part of the play, you know, they part of the plot. They part of the plot in the play, man. That's all I'm gonna say. The plot, deploy the play. You know, it's just as simple as that. Because why are they able to roam our areas freely like that? If they can roam the air freely, they probably could roam on the land freely too. Just, you know, just something to think about. It's crazy though.
So everybody's talking about aliens. Let me tell you what's really going on. This is crazy. So Space Force said, don't be alarmed at sightings of emergency responders, military personnel, or simulated incidents near U.S. Space Force installations over the next few days. So these exercises, which are meant to test and improve Space Launch Delta 45's operations, will involve simulated launch-related incidents on or near the agency's installations. Now, these exercises are pre-planned and are part of routine readiness training. So here's the real problem. Experts warn that the threats from space are extremely worrying because they could knock out communications infrastructure and GPS, threatening systems for travel, banking, and more that people use every day around the world. It's getting serious. So they have this strategy called competitive endurance, and there are 3 tenets. The first 2 are focused on space domain awareness, while the third centers on developing technology to defend satellites and other at-risk space architecture. With all the crazy things going on and all the sightings, we have this going on as well. I don't know, people. Is it the aliens or Space Force?
That's right, though.
Okay, I'm raising my hand. I'm calling something's going to happen. I'm calling it. I'm saying hey, hold on. I think I just figured something out. So remember how I've been telling y'all? Remember how I've been telling y'all about de-escalation and about how I've been saying I was on active duty in a time of war. Like, if one fucking person dies, it is a matter of national security. If it puts someone at risk internationally, it's a matter of international security. One stolen vote in an election is fucking treason. So remember how I was saying, like, the Democrats have been radio silent because we don't want an uprising of maggots. There's almost 1,500 fucking hate groups in the United States. If they all mobilize on a populace, you know, that who knows how many hundreds of people, 17 people that really is normally most of the time. Okay? They are a very loud minority of people. And you know what's a total tip-off that something's going to happen? Aliens. You know who's really fucking susceptible to believing? I'm not going anywhere, bro. There's aliens. People that are in paramilitary groups. People that believe conspiracy theories. People that are part of cults. You know how to de-escalate a scenario that's going to be resolved in a courtroom? When you've got an armed populace that you're afraid could show up and pop off? Aliens. Aliens. Like I've never fucking seen before in my life.
Exactly.
I'm one of those kids. I want to be an astronaut. Let me just tell it to you like this. We haven't been communicating with aliens. Every now and then we hear noise. Don't conflate. See, men have a tendency to exaggerate the truth when it benefits them. And when it doesn't benefit them, they take whatever facts are like most convenient, and those just, which don't necessarily aren't facts, right? But I figured out why aliens? Why the fuck are, because something's about to happen. There's about to be a bunch of trials at The Hague, y'all. That's going to shape the course of human history moving forward. And you and I probably think this shit's probably going to get boring until the fucking firing squads.
Come on now.
But how do you nuke a bunch of paramilitary groups from mobilizing and working together and communicating effectively? How about you slide aliens out into the public view? I'm just letting you all know now. Vast nothingness. So you think there's alien spaceships the size of fucking Volkswagens over New Jersey right now, and there's an armada, and there's gonna be a space battle, and none of that shit fucking is true at all. There's nothing.
Nothing. Nada.
I know that you want to believe in aliens. I know that you really fucking do. But it's time someone just fucking told you there's a real reason why I didn't become an astronaut. Vast nothingness.
Oh, man.
Hope that helps. Hope you understand why aliens are in the news a lot right now, y'all. Some crazy shit's gonna happen. They're concerned about violence, political violence. How do you keep people who are keen on political violence in their fucking mom's basement? Aliens. Don't forget that I fucking told you. And one day when I am president of the United States, I will tell you who told me that. Vast nothingness.
the president.
One day I'll tell you who told me that.
Man, he crazy. They gonna come pick his ass up first. The aliens, they gonna come. When they come to get him first, huh? Yeah, they don't come mess with me. But that's crazy, man. But I ain't gonna lie. He had a point though, man. Cause how you distracted of what's going on, how you focus up, looking up. When you really should be paying attention to what's down, you know what I'm saying? Down here with us. You know how they do it. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing. That's how they move, man. Have something going on over there just to distract you from what they really doing over here. Like, we know the game already.
I got a really creepy email from a doctor of theology who says he found a book that supposedly doesn't exist while browsing the Vatican archives. He says he wanted to share his story because he thinks that my audience will appreciate the depth and gravity of his experience, and also that there's messages buried in books that humanity is just not ready to accept yet. His name has been changed to protect his privacy, but also I want to say that his email was extremely well written, extremely convincing, and I believe him. In the early 2000s, Dr. Smith was a scholar with an intense focus on religious manuscripts. He had a dream of visiting the Vatican's apostolic archives. The Vatican has extreme requirements in order to access these archives, but in 2008, Dr. Smith secured his credentials. He got an endorsement from a bishop and refined his Latin to scholarly fluency. He was granted entry, and he says the Vatican archives are as awe-inspiring as you would imagine. Upon entering, he was completely overwhelmed. He said there were corridors filled with manuscripts dating back centuries, documents hidden from public view until recent history, and he said it was all electrified by the idea that so few people had touched these books. On his third day there, he was sifting through manuscripts when he came across a peculiar title. I don't speak Latin, so I'm going to put it here. He said his Latin is strong, but even without it, he knew immediately what it read, which was the Book of the Dead. He said strangely there was no record of this book existing in the index, but driven by curiosity, he requested access, and the archivist's face immediately went tense when he saw the title. The archivist basically tells him that this is not a book that they generally recommend, and many insist that it was misplaced on purpose in past centuries. He said his tone was cautionary, almost fearful, when he insisted that he wanted to see it. Dr. Smith is led into a dimly lit room with a giant wooden table, and the book is placed before him. It's leather-bound, it's cracked with age. He opened it, he could barely decipher the script because the letters were warped with time and inconsistent. He said it seemed like it had been written by multiple scribes over multiple centuries. But he said the text inside was unlike anything he had ever seen. It was filled with incantations, strange symbols, and delicate sketches of figures that he couldn't identify. He said some pages were crumbling and others were preserved with care that seemed almost intentional. He says there was a certain passage, an invocation almost, that drew him in, and it seemed like the words wanted to be spoken out loud. So even though his Latin faltered, he did. He says immediately after he said the words out loud, the room went cold, and he heard a whisper, almost like an echo in a cavern, even though he thought he was alone. He's looking at the book, and he says for a split second, it looked like the symbols morphed into skulls, open eyes, and reaching hands. But he blinked and it was back to normal. Then he says without warning, his vision blurs and a series of images floods his mind. In his mind's eye, he sees an ancient procession, and they're all cloaked in hoods, and they're chanting something. It's a language he doesn't recognize, it's not Latin, and they're carrying a body. The faces in the procession were distorted. Their eyes were dark and hollow, but they seemed to be staring right at him. He snaps out of it, he slams the book shut, and he says he feels like he's being watched. He feels an overwhelming presence, a weight on his mind that he cannot get rid of. He leaves the archive in a daze, but feeling like something followed him out, and for weeks after, he's plagued by intense dreams of endless corridors, processions, and like there's a presence with him. He says it's been over 15 years since that day, but he still feels the book shadow following him around. To this day, he said he still hears whispers in the dark when he's alone. It's words that he can translate, but dares not to speak out loud. He says he's spoken to other scholars about it, and they claim that the book never existed, it was never cataloged. He says he knows what he saw and suspects the Vatican wants the book forgotten. He ends his email by saying that he wanted to reach out because the story seems too large to keep to himself, and thanked me for finally allowing him to share it. He also told me to tread carefully because he thinks that certain things are buried for a reason. Although his name has been changed, he will be seeing these comments. Keep sending me your spooky, scary stories, and on my Insta, I have polls every day of stories you can vote on for me to tell next.
Oh no, man, that book was evil, for sure, for sure. That's another instance of just because you can don't mean you should. In my humble opinion. Let me know what you think about that.
Biden's cybersecurity lead for his 2020 campaign has already written a letter to Kamala Harris requesting a forensic audit. Now, she posted something very interesting. So this is Jackie Singh. I am planning to publish some findings with national security implications. Because of this, sharing that I am not diagnosed with any acute health conditions, have never been an alcoholic or addicted to hard drugs, am not suicidal, and as a mom, I take care to avoid accidents. What is she gonna post? That's so... This makes me think like she's got him. Like, she has the numbers and there's no way getting out of it. So I'm excited to finally have some solid proof. More and more people acknowledging it. I feel like it's finally getting out of just the... for a while they were really trying to position us as like Blue Anon and not just simply concerned citizens. So I'm glad it's finally starting to get out there a little bit, and with professionals and experts, putting their careers and their possibly lives, as she lays out her concerns, on the line to say, hey, something's wrong.
Man.
Unfortunately, they found 2 women that had washed down here, and they had already notified my son that we had passed away. We were listed as deceased. Mm-hmm. And then, like, Sunday afternoon, my son was like, he was watching the news, and he went, there's Mom getting airlifted on a Chinook helicopter. He saw it on television, because they found one lady. She was leaving Craigtown up here with 11 people got killed, and she was trying to get out. Yeah. And when that thing hit her, it snapped her neck, and then she went through the windshield. And coming down through, this is really bad, coming down through the current, it ended up cutting her. And they found her body over here, and they found another lady over here. And they could tell they were women, and they thought it was us. So they were not, pronounced us dead. I'm 74. My sister, Cynthia Dunn, she's 75. We had just put in this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, handicapped bathroom, handicapped shower, handicapped kitchen, the walls widened, everything. And then on September 28th, that morning, I came out and the water was like this deep. And I ran up there to move the car, and I came back and the water went up. When I went inside the house to tell my sister we need to go, the first log hit and just shattered the laundry room. And then I turned around and it was like a ginormous, like a 20-foot wave. We got torpedoed by giant logs everywhere. And it just, split the house in all kinds of sections. I pushed my sister onto a mattress.
And so she grabbed the dog, and we jumped on the mattress, and not knowing what was going to happen. We didn't know if another timber was going to hit us again and again. So that was really scary, because most of the house was gone then.
We grabbed the little dog, and we went like 4 miles down the river until we were half a mile from the waterfall. And we hit a giant, a pile of rubble bigger than that. And the bed snapped in half, throwing me out. Then when I got up, I was trying to find my sister. And she was in this whirlpool of like this thick of like installation. It took me an hour to pull her up. I've like messed both my shoulders up, so I gotta have 2 shoulder replacement. We stayed there for 2 days and nights until they found us the following day.
So we had to stay, in the water 2 nights, and it was very frightful.
It took these men 45 minutes to cut through all this rubble to get to us.
I was exhausted.
It was so scary, because when it got night, and then I started thinking about water moccasins, and I started like thinking all kind of like, because it was so. That's the scariest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
And it never stopped. It was crackling and snapping, glass breaking all night. That's all you heard. And then they put us to the church and helicoptered us out to Asheville. And we stayed in a homeless shelter there for like 2 weeks. And then we got moved to the Quality Inn in Black Mountain until these wonderful people here brought us 2 homes.
So right there, where that...
That's what's left
that was your porch. That was the front porch where they're putting that camper now. That was the front porch.
I lost everything. All my family pictures, all my son's baby pictures, all my antiques, everything I had collected in my 74 years on Earth.
You said the home was pretty much torn into pieces.
Oh, it was shattered.
Where is it now?
Oh, it's like 4 miles down the river. It's way down there. It just looks like it was bombed.
Oh my God, how beautiful. This is amazing.
I didn't know they were like this. I had no idea.
I'm so happy for you.
Did you see how nice they are?
They're beautiful.
Wow. Oh, another bedroom. Really? Oh, that's the same. Oh my goodness.
For 2 months, people have promised to help us. I mean, they have promised everything. Nobody has helped us except you guys.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you for helping us.
I've had so much fun.
Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus.
These two, you guys, I wish you could have been here to meet them in person. They are so much fun. We're going to be coming back and we're going to be blessing them with some more stuff because you know what? They were just telling me that people have been promising them the world and haven't showed up with anything. They said that we've been one of the only ones that has actually showed up in their situation. So we're going to come back and bless them some more. But I just wanted y'all to see, man, this is what y'all are doing when y'all send us these campers. God bless you, and God bless
so
these
much.
two. My gosh.
You.
We had no home. We had nowhere to go.
Nowhere. And winter's setting in. So this is a blessing.
We only had like, what, 12 days left to find somewhere to live?
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
The Lord knew what he was doing. He sure
I've been
did.
on this land for 36 years. I'm just like, you know.
Yeah. Oh man, you guys go to anchorage.org. Help us keep doing this. These guys, I'm gonna go spend some more time with them. Y'all be blessed. Have a good night.
Thank you so much, Josh.
You have no idea what
and
this
everybody.
means. Everyone.
Everybody that's helped.
I ain't gonna lie, them old ladies say they built Fort Tough. Man, they'd had a battle with that water. But I guess that's what happened when you're blessed, you know.
You said back in the day, they always said it was two free people, the white man and the black woman.
That's right.
What that mean?
If he decided to go somewhere and take his black woman with him, wasn't nothing nobody could say. He going out of town, he take the help with him. He wasn't just taking her with him. But you don't see him getting on TV, going back 30 years, and getting the white man for raping the black woman, but you hear him going back 30 years and getting Bill Cosby because the white woman said he raped her, and she went to his apartment, and she took the pill he handed. He didn't make her take it. But we didn't have no choice.
Oh my goodness. That's what that means. Thank you.
You was a help. You was on the only help. And the white woman last time knew what he was doing, but she didn't care. But she probably didn't want him no way. And she didn't care, long as she sat up and they didn't have to turn her hand.
Right, because sometimes back in them days, white women just, the marriages was arranged, and they just got somebody to, you know, to help with their bills or create a life for them. That was it.
And you go out there and mess with a black woman, the man said somebody put a bullet in his brain.
So it was a lot of white women traumatized too.
Yeah.
White women
They couldn't say nothing.
They was getting beat up and stuff too behind closed doors.
But they was getting killed too, but wasn't ever nothing done about it. I asked a white friend of mine one time, a young white friend, I said, why is it on TV is so many white men killing their wives? He said, Vera, he said, they did that, I always have did it, they just now decided to start getting them. So they've always did. They did do something they didn't like. You see a grave, who was that grave out there? Why, how she died? Died in childbirth.
Oh man.
Anything, yeah. Baby come black, you buried out there too.
Oh man.
True.
Y'all walk up on us, so we out here playing basketball. They just walked up on us. They don't even know us. We ain't getting no time. I don't know nobody. We call for play basketball. What we do, sir? What we do? Can you ask?
We just trying to play basketball. They just trying to. Is that your jacket over there? Nah, my jacket's right there.
That's yours, you said? I did nothing. Yeah, police always on fish. Ain't good?
Where Baller?
You gonna go through my shit with that ass?
Look, he going through his shit. Look, he's taking his shit. He's taking his stuff without answering. Is that for real? Man, that been on. Sir, I got you on camera, sir. Please, I know my rights. I know my rights, sir. Y'all harassing us, sir. We out playing basketball, sir. Can we play basketball?
Sit back down. Where you got it from?
Then he just tossed this. That is crazy. Balls. Look at him. Look at his face. I'm not moving.
Boy,
Look
you got
at
a problem?
You see?
You
Did
got a
y'all just
problem?
see that
You got a
film?
problem?
Y'all see it? I ain't. What? Yeah, I
You got a
do. I
problem?
got a problem with you, sir.
What's up?
Here, hold it. I got a problem with you, sir. My hands behind my back. My hands behind my back. So what y'all gonna do, fam? My uncle's Dirk Leachman, by the way, for real. Man, can I have the black?
Yeah.
My uncle's Dirk Leachman. I'm Robert Leachman. You know? Thank you. Y'all harassing us for no apparent reason. I don't understand that.
Your uncle really is Leachman.
Yeah, Dirk
Who
Leachman.
I know.
Dirk
You would not approve of the way you're
Dirk
acting.
Leachman.
Guaranteed.
Approve the way I'm acting. Y'all harassing us.
Y'all harassing us.
Y'all harassing us.
Dr. Officer
Leachman.
Crash.
Robert Leachman.
I'll talk to him here.
Yeah, talk to him. Tell him how good I'm doing. I live in Lexington, Kentucky, sir. Come up here messing with us for, sir. What y'all doing all that for? It ain't called for.
If I get shot, I'm pressing charges.
What?
Nigga.
Look at this shit.
Come on. Niggas let's stand up, y'all.
Man, y'all let me know what y'all think about that clip down below in the comment section. At the end, he definitely was talking too much. Man, handle your business and get on somewhere.
New series, Destroy Your Hopes and Dreams Part 1. Twitter poster says, what would you do if this was you and you saw this? First off, you can't land on the moon, it's a plasma. Second, the Earth does not look like this. And third, the Earth cannot blow up from the inside. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Don't fall for the boo-boo, man.
Y'all are not even gonna believe what I just found on Twitter. Y'all, 2024 is at a new height now. Things are getting so weird. FBI files show Elvis joined the Witness Protection Program. Wasn't the whole story about the way he passed away, that he was on the toilet? It's starting to make sense now. But you guys, this gets so freaking weird, and there's two masterminds behind this. Get to that in 1 second. Now, I've had my eyes on this Pastor Bob Joyce for a long time now. Something about the way he talks and the way he sings and even his music. But get ready, let's really get into this. I said there are two masterminds behind this, so me and my buddy Tyler have been talking and saying things back and forth. Y'all will never guess what he sent me. He sent me this guy who works for this guy's campaign. Yep, the same one in this picture I showed you, like a little family tree. And guess what he's talking about? People who fake their unaliving being able to come out with no repercussions.
Hey, check out this idea I had, and I don't imply anything from this. I have to say this again, I'm not implying anything with it, but imagine if Donald Trump signed into a law something to the effect of that anyone who ever faked their death in the past can come back and not be harassed at all. The media couldn't contact.
And then we had him just post this. By the way, Tyler's cooking up a video on this right now. I believe you already did one as well. But what are the odds of this? And this happened with Elvis Presley. How many more people are there still running around? As far as speculation of who is who and other crazy things of that nature, I'll let Tyler handle that.
I ain't gonna lie, kind of make your mind wonder a little bit, don't it? Man, because all these people out here, they be faking they death, and the government be faking they death because they done told on somebody. Just make your mind wonder, man. Like I say, you never know who walking beside you, who living beside you, behind you, around you, who you're working with, for who they really are. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of strange, ain't it? I know it. But y'all don't forget, man, if anybody want to buy some merch, y'all want to buy some merch, you know you don't fall for the woo-woo shirts, hoodies, you know what I'm saying, long sleeve shirts. Y'all don't forget to hit the link in the video description. Any of that stuff y'all looking for, y'all want to get my contacts and want to holler at me, you can hit up my links in the video description. Don't forget that.
I always believed sports were the one pure thing left. The competition, the camaraderie, the simplicity. Something that brought us all together, right? Turns out, it was designed to do exactly that, but not in the way we thought. The truth hit me like a linebacker at full speed during my last mission behind enemy lines. The briefing was clear. Dig into the connection between major sports leagues and certain classified government initiatives. At first, this objective seemed like a wild goose chase, but as I followed the threads, the picture became disturbingly clear. It started decades ago, during a period of unrest. People were waking up, questioning authority, demanding justice. The powers that be knew they needed a distraction, something all-consuming, something emotional. Professional sports were the perfect solution. Leaked documents showed how leagues were funded and regulated not just by corporate sponsors, but by government entities. The goal wasn't just profit, it was control. The stadiums became temples, and the players, carefully curated idols. Those heroic narratives we clung to, underdogs rising, champions falling, weren't organic. They were scripted, like a reality show with billions of spectators. Athletes who questioned the system mysteriously vanished from the spotlight. Their careers tanked overnight. Others, the ones who played along, became untouchable icons. I found contracts where athletes agreed to promote subtle propaganda, pushing patriotism, compliance, and consumerism. Then came the kicker. Studies proving that game days coincided with policy drops, new taxes, controversial bills, even military action, hidden under the roar of touchdowns and home runs. The cheering crowds never noticed the strings being pulled. But the most chilling part? When I intercepted communications about the Unity Suppression Program, it outlined sports-fueled rivalries, cities, regions, even nations. By dividing the people into loyal, combative factions, they ensured no one looked up to see who was really calling the plays. As I pieced it together, I felt sick. We weren't fans, we were pawns. The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. It was all a beautifully engineered illusion, designed to keep us distracted from the only game that really mattered, the fight for our freedom. And now, you know, the question is, what are you going to do about it? The next time you cheer from the stands, ask yourself, whose game are you really playing?
Kingdoms appearing in the earth, you got no idea what that is, right? You got no idea what he's talking about. But what does he say? Daniel said in Daniel 7:23, he says, he gave me an explanation. Who? The angel gave Daniel an explanation that the fourth beast in the kingdom, the fourth beast is a fourth kingdom. Hear that association. That this fourth beast is in fact a fourth kingdom that will appear on the earth. So what is it when something appears? That means what? It wasn't visible before. Is this making sense? Something that was not visible before will now be visible on the earth. That sounds like a UAP to me. That sounds like an unidentified, an unidentified phenomenon. Something abnormal's happening. Something that was once not visible is now visible. He says that he gave me this explanation that the fourth beast is a fourth kingdom that will appear on earth. It will be different from all other kingdoms and will devour the whole earth, trampling it down and crushing it. But you ain't worried about that. You worried about your promotion. You worried about if you look good. You worried about what you're going to wear. And this is why the Bible says it's going to be just like the days of Noah. Guess what? They were still living. Still marrying, still drinking, still doing them, right? Still living it up, still partying, still vacationing, right? Still binge watching and sitting back Netflix and chilling, right? Doing all these things, buying houses and looking good. All the things the Bible says, guess what? Going to all pass away, right? All the things the Bible let you know don't mean nothing in the real world. So you gearing up all your earthly treasures for nothing. But you ain't ready for this. That's what he's trying to tell you. You ain't ready for this. So when Revelations tell you 17:13 that these kings have one purpose, one mind, one common goal. They will give their power and authority to the beast. So what he's saying, crazy. All of these jokers, these elites, not you. You ain't got no power. He talk about these systems. Those who really control who's in power, who ain't in power. You know what they gonna do? They are preparing. They got one goal, one mission. That's what Revelation say. So while we out here, we killing each other cause black, white, while we out here hating each other cause Republican, Democrat, red, blue, while we out here, you ready to leave your husband cause he voted for Trump and you want to be able to get abortions, right? While you out here fighting over killing your baby, killing your seed, and you a baby mama, a baby daddy, huh? You getting high on your weed, right? He's saying that these kings got a mission. That's what he's trying to tell you. There is something going on in the earth that, guess what, you so high and drunk on the American circus that you don't understand. These jokers are moving things at a high level. They got one mind, one common goal, and they going to give their power and authority to this beast. Huh? What is a beast? That sound like, to me, some non-human intelligence. Y'all ain't saying nothing here. That sound like some non-human entity. That, guess what? You gonna be bowing down and worshiping. That's what he's saying, because these jokers gonna give all their power, all their authority over to this entity. Okay, don't nobody believe the Bible. Okay. So Revelations 19:19 says this. He says, then I saw the beast and the kings and political leaders. Oh, y'all don't read the book. That's in the book. So do it matter if it's Camilla, Trump, listen, it don't matter who it is. They are part of the same system. They got one mind, one common goal. That's what he's trying to tell you, right? That's what he's trying to tell you. Listen, I'm not here to get you upset. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. Revelation 19:19 said, I saw the beast and the kings and political leaders of the earth with their armies gathered to make war against him who was mounted on the white horse and against his army. Who are they trying to fight against? They get their army together to fight against your God. That's what they saying, right? So when Avengers show you that all of these forces join together to fight who? All of them join together to fight the big old purple guy guess what? That's what's happening right now. And you going to be a part of that army. That's the part you ain't realizing. When you watch a Game of Thrones and you watch a Lord of the Rings and they got this dark army, that's going to be you. Because you're going to pledge your allegiance, what do you say, to these kings, these political leaders, and the beast. And they gathered their armies to make war. You're going to think you fighting for humanity. But you don't understand you're going to be at war with your God. And you think you ain't going to take them all. Let me wrap this up. So beast, non-human living.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that was powerful. He definitely made it make sense. But the question is, do you believe it? And I ain't telling you to believe any and everything that you see and hear in these videos and everything that I say in these videos. I want you to always do your own research, and I always want you to use your discernment. Always. But hey, that's the end of the video. Like I always tell you. I catch you in the next video. It's your boy Koozie. I'm out. Holla.